afternoon, everyone. So great to see you all here on this beautiful spring-like day. My name is Patricia Najera. I'm the Executive Director of Clark Square Neighborhood Initiative, a nonprofit here on the south side of Milwaukee. We're gathered here today. It's a special day, one to honor and observe Cesar Chavez. Today is his birthday. And it's also a time for Mayor Johnson to sign a resolution approving the gathering place study and outdoor recreation plan. Today would have been Cesar Chavez's 95th birthday. He was a civil rights leader fighting for the rights and improved living conditions of farm workers. And it is only fitting that we are here today at the La Placita. La Placita means plaza in Spanish, and this is intended to be a gathering space. CS&I and all the partners would like to give a special thank you to El Rey for this beautiful public-private partnership, creating a gathering space for the community. This partnership engaged residents, business owners, and artists to create this public space, leveraging public and private resources. And we need these types of partnerships throughout the city of Milwaukee. I would like to also, at this moment, recognize a volunteer for the CS&I board. President Howard Johnson who is here.
Howard Johnson.
And, I'm sorry, Howard Snyder. My apologies. And now I would like to introduce Mayor Cavalier Johnson. Mayor Cavalier Johnson took office as mayor in late 2021, and he immediately set out to build a safer and stronger city. Before taking on this role, he served as the Common Council president while representing the city's 2nd Aldermanic District. While serving on the Common Council, Mayor Johnson worked with community leaders and stakeholders to create the Gathering Space Feasibility Study. This feasibility study highlights opportunities for government agencies and community partners to grow Milwaukee's network of gathering places that will help enhance public safety, health, increase economic opportunity, and advance racial equity. To talk more about this effort, we're joined today with Mayor Johnson. Please give him a warm welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for the warm welcome on this spring-like day. Emphasis on the light. Thank you, Patricia, for that great introduction. I want to thank El Rey, the Clark Square Neighborhood Initiative, and the Chavez Drive bid for hosting us all here today. I want to thank Alderman Jose Perez, whose district we're in, but wasn't able to join us here today, Alderwoman Zamaripa, as well as Alderman Michael Murphy, for your strong leadership and partnership over the years. I want to thank as well the local officials and business improvement district leaders from throughout the city of Milwaukee who have joined with us here on the near south side today as well. We're joined together not only to highlight one of our neighborhood development initiatives, but also to celebrate Cesar Chavez Day and honor a great civil rights leader. Cesar Chavez advocated for the workers and families whose voices were far too often ignored by the powerful elite. Today and every day, we recognize his life, we recognize his legacy, and we stand together to move our city forward. To do that also together. It's fitting that we're here at La Placita to mark this occasion. This neighborhood gathering place serves residents and visitors right in the heart of Milwaukee's Latino community on the near south side. This gathering place, along with so many others throughout the city, allow residents to gather, to assemble, to protest, but also to reflect. Great gathering places bring meaningful benefits to cities, not just here, but across the country we see this. They make our neighborhoods and our streets more walkable, more safer, more vibrant. This is a key priority of my Stand for Safer Streets plan that I released shortly before taking the mayor's office to improve the design of streets here in our city, to convert excess portions of public roads into gathering spaces that will help to combat reckless driving and slow traffic here in our city. Gathering places enrich small businesses like the one we're at right now, El Rey, as they grow and expand their audience. They bring together folks from all walks of life to celebrate the good things, like what we witnessed last summer in the Deer District at that gathering place, where literally 100,000 people gathered, making basically the 5th largest community in Wisconsin during the Bucks' historic NBA championship run. They support economic development, they support public health, they support our environment as well. They're inviting, they're inclusive, and they add value to our community. And I believe there's a real opportunity to create more spaces just like this all across our city. That's why, while serving as Common Council president, I worked with city departments and local stakeholders to create the Gathering Place Feasibility Study to help grow Milwaukee's network of publicly accessible gathering spaces and amenities throughout the city. My study, along with the comprehensive outdoor recreation plan that supports Milwaukee parks throughout the city, recently earned unanimous approval from the Milwaukee Common Council. And I'm here today to sign that resolution and advance this important work. So I want to thank, even though he's not here, Alderman Jose Perez. I want to thank as well Alderwoman Jocasta Zamaripa. I want to thank as well Alderman Michael Murphy and the entire Common Council, every single member, for your work in getting this done. This effort is about the power of partnerships, as I've mentioned a number of times over the course of the past several weeks, as Patricia mentioned as well. And I often reference that because we're all in this together, and we have to do this work together. So I'm excited about the Gathering Place possibilities that are before us, and I look forward to signing the file to help move Milwaukee forward. As Cesar Chavez would say, si se puede. And now I'd like to pass it off to my good friend, Alderwoman Jocasta Zamaripa. Alderwoman, Mike's yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Alderwoman Jocasta Zamaripa, and we are in the 12th Aldermanic District, which is Alderman Jose Perez's district, but he's battling a head cold, and I'm happy to be a surrogate for him. I want to thank Mayor Johnson for being here today, for signing the Gathering Place initiative. We know how important gathering places are for us, and this is a real source of pride. La Placita here at El Rey Foods is so important to our Latino community. And today, as we honor the birth of Cesar Chavez, the great civil rights leader, the leader who fought for farm workers and folks across this nation, it's just such a perfect day. And I started my morning out with Mayor Johnson as we honored Transgender Day of Visibility, which is today as well. And to be here now midday with him, we are very lucky to have a mayor that makes sure to celebrate every single Milwaukeean here in our city. And I want to thank Mayor Johnson, Alderman Perez, Alderman Murphy, who is the sponsor of this legislation, as well as El Rey Foods, who's always here for our Latino community and beyond. 16th Street Community Health Center helped to make this Placita happen. The Cesar Chavez bid helped to make this happen. Potawatomi Casino helped to make this happen. And so many people who I know are in the audience right now. So muchísimas gracias, and let's keep making more of these gathering places for our gente, for our people, for our communities. Gracias, and with that, I'd like to introduce Alderman Michael Murphy.
Thank you, Alderwoman Zamaripa. And Patricia, we have to have a discussion about what we consider a really nice spring day. This isn't it. So I'll be really short. I want to thank the mayor for his leadership. This is his initial legislation, bringing the community together and recognizing the importance of public spaces. And why is that so important? We know from evidence that we've evaluated that when you have public places where people feel safe, wanting to gather together, it brings community and it brings support. So I'm honored to be here with the mayor in this signing of this legislation, and also my good friend Alderwoman Zamaripa, and I'm sorry to show Alderman Perez is not here in this district. But as you look just around this area, this community, and you just look at the vibrancy and the color. I love seeing Si Suete Puente. I love seeing the beautiful color diagrams representing the culture of the Latino community. And this is what makes our city great. It makes it great because we have a diverse city that people want to be together and share in their wealth of what they have in terms of ethnic heritage. So thank you, Mayor, for your leadership on this. And I also want to say thank you to the Department of City Development, who worked very hard putting together this plan with the Department of Public Works. And specifically, I want to say thank you to Karen, who'll be leaving us for bigger and better places with the Environmental Protection Agency. We're expecting to get 49 of that $50 billion in Milwaukee. So don't tell any other states that, but we're looking for that. So thank you very much. Karen?
It's already done. Thank you, Alderman Murphy, and certainly Milwaukee and the state of Wisconsin will be well represented in Washington, D.C. when I go there, so I appreciate that sentiment. Alderman Murphy is actually a big reason why we are here today celebrating the accomplishments and future opportunities in our MKE park system. In DPW, we have a park program that manages over 52 locations throughout Milwaukee. And in collaboration with neighborhood partners that you see here today, we empower residents to recreate public spaces that reflect local needs, interests, and identity, as you see here today in this neighborhood. Alderman Murphy has been a champion in this endeavor in creating opportunities to leverage private donations in addition to the city dollars to ensure safe, quality play for children and community. DPW is such a proud partner of Mayor Johnson's initiative to continually find creative and safe uses of right-of-way to enhance our quality of life here in Milwaukee. As an agency, we've been working to improve safety and repurpose streets as places for people, not just automobiles. Public Works has long been a promoter of diversity and inclusion, and I want to thank Alderwoman Zamaripa for her mention today of the connection of the inclusion and inclusivity of gathering places that we can bring to neighborhoods. The city's Complete Streets policy ensures city streets will serve all ages, all abilities, and all modes of transportation. For example, just down the street here on National Avenue, we are working to promote a complete streets design and ensure that the quality of life, the quality of that right-of-way is really serving the residents of this area and making sure that all are included in that design proposal. We want to make sure that we're improving the street's safety, efficiency, and aesthetic value, perhaps by adding public art improvements as you see at this plaza today. We've also worked with Milwaukee County Parks to launch the Active Streets program, which we are happy to be continuing this summer, even despite the pandemic, hopefully, I should knock on wood, receding. So we're excited to continue that program that we quickly began during the COVID-19 pandemic to realize opportunities to utilize our streets for more and further our business initiatives to ensure people could safely continue throughout the pandemic. I'd be remiss, and Mayor Johnson discussed our beloved Bucks victory, but I'd be remiss if we didn't mention all the outdoor special events that we also offer at the Department of Public Works, from block parties to foot races to historic Bucks victory parade. We are very proud of this staff's great work in making sure that those opportunities to utilize our public spaces are well available throughout our city. And with that, I just want to thank again Mayor Johnson for his leadership in this initiative. We're really excited about getting this resolution signed today and so happy to be a partner. And I will introduce our Commissioner of City Development, Lafayette Crum.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Commissioner Detmer. As Alderman Murphy said, we are going to miss you here, but I think 49 billion reasons we may be able to make the pain go away. I am Lafayette Crum, Commissioner of City Development for the City of Milwaukee, and it is great to be here today and great to be here with all of you for this really key priority for the City of Milwaukee. And to reiterate the words of Mayor Johnson, gathering places and local parks provide such incredible and important opportunities for residents to enjoy their surroundings, to meet their neighbors, and to build a stronger sense of community and connectedness throughout the entire city. I'm proud that our team at the Department of City Development played a leading role in the creation of the comprehensive outdoor recreation plan as well as the mayor's Gathering Places feasibility study. Our staff has worked for a very long time to cultivate these spaces in neighborhoods throughout the city, and where we are right now is really a great example of what can be. You know, back in 2015, DCD's Neighborhood Improvement Development Corporation provided grant funding for the Cesar Chavez sculpture creation. And just last year, NIDC also administered additional grant funding to provide seating and landscaping right here at La Placita. The concept for this gathering space was included in the city's Walker Square Action Plan, which continues to help direct investments and facilitate improvements right in the neighborhoods. The mayor noted the power of partnerships, and you can see that with all of the individuals behind me, as well as all the folks that you can't see who are here today, but also have worked on this and cared about this over the last several months and indeed the last several years. Partnerships are where we deliver and find the most effective results, when we find that common ground and get things done for those that we serve. The Clark Square Neighborhood Initiative, the Cesar Chavez bid, El Rey, and so many other, Gente and Esta Comunidad, are always coming to the table with new ideas and the desire to make this a better place. That's why I'm so encouraged by the Gathering Places feasibility study. Like the people who are here today, there are dedicated partners in every single corner of this city who are eager to create spaces like this in their communities. The city of Milwaukee, DCD, all of our partners are just as eager to help make those dreams a reality. And thanks to the leadership of Mayor Johnson, to the Common Council, and so many others, we can keep moving these efforts forward to build a stronger Milwaukee for everyone. Thank you, and I'll turn it back over to Mayor Johnson.
Well, thank you very much, Commissioner. Again, as you see, there are folks from organizations and elected offices from all across the city of Milwaukee. This is about partnerships. And as we've said so many times, partnerships being key to our city's future. Thank you. And I want to celebrate that by recognizing again Alderman Murphy, Alderwoman Zamaripa, the commissioners of the departments of city development as well as public works. Not just to mention just them, but also some of our community partners, including business improvement district leaders from across the city of Milwaukee. Folks are excited about this. So with that, I will sign the file, and we'll start moving this forward together for the city.
So now we'll do some group pictures. So we can all kind of be around the statue, stand in front of the podium. So we may just have to back up. So.
I just want to get in. I know you're going.
Alderwoman right here. Alderman Murphy, or you can just stand in front of the podium. Where's Chris? Chris. One moment, please. All right, everyone wants to look at Chris.
Spring like day.
Mayor Johnson, can I ask you a question? Yeah, can I ask you a question?
We're gonna do a gathering.
There's Kay.
Yes, Mayor, the question I wanted to ask you is, it's good that you're doing this to promote the gathering places. What would you? Yeah.
Good. pick your.
Okay, it's good that you're promoting this and sign the resolution for gathering places. As you know that this was one of the places that a Latino community gathered to try to get a third majority Hispanic district, automatic district in the South Side. What would you want to tell this community when you sign an ordinance to prevent from giving this community a third automatic district, majority district?
Look, I'm very interested in seeing more representation from all across our community on the Common Council. Obviously, the Latino community in Milwaukee is growing, and I want to celebrate that too. I think that certainly when the next census comes out, we'll have district lines that are workable, that will have an additional Latino representation on the Common Council. I want to see that too. Not just Latinos, I want to see all members of our community have opportunities to be represented in government. Not just on the city council, but in the state legislature, as well as on the county board and other elected offices too. So something that's top of mind and something that I want to see.
Yeah, thank you.
Your opponent just had a press conference talking about his plan to revitalize Milwaukee neighborhoods if he's elected. He talks about increasing home ownership, job opportunities, and heavily touches on public safety. If you are elected as mayor, what is your plan to improve Milwaukee neighborhoods? What is your priority?
Yeah, I have talked at length about my intentions when elected mayor, and that's to create a city that is stronger, that is safer, and that's more prosperous for everybody. So we'll certainly be working with our partners, and I say partners with purpose, over at the state legislature to make sure we have the revenues necessary to take on the issues that are important for Milwaukee. And some of those things we've already started and we'll continue to work on, such as the over $40 million that we've invested in affordable housing in Milwaukee already, with the first tranche of American Rescue Plan Act dollars. And I've got a plan that allows us to have some true economic mobility and prosperity for the people of Milwaukee, for true 21st century jobs in the city. And I'm happy to continue on in our campaign here, and we'll get elected after Tuesday and continue to move forward on it.
What is your priority, though, to improve Milwaukee neighborhoods?
Certainly, it's got to be about public safety, and that's part of the reason why we're here today. Celebrating this community gathering space. When you see more things like this, public safety has to be holistic. Certainly, there need to be police. Police are a critical part of our public safety infrastructure in Milwaukee. We need them. We need the revenues to pay for them adequately. That's why we're working with the legislature to do that. But it's not just police. There got to be investments in violence prevention. There need to be earlier interventions in the lives of young people. We just launched an opportunity for city employees to do that just yesterday, to mentor young people in Milwaukee during the workday so they can have greater intervention in the lives of young people. We got to work in the city as well to make sure we're providing family supporting jobs so that we attack the root cause of violence, which is poverty, and create stability in the lives of the citizens of Milwaukee and their neighborhoods they live in.
Mayor, you had a couple council members on one side here today. How would you characterize your support of the council members
All of us have nowhere to go but forward together after the election, and that's exactly what I intend to do with every single member of the council.
There's been some talk and some writing about the black council members who have not won the facility. Why is that a motivation?
Some I think is inside baseball, but that's fine. There are other council members who are African American that may not have endorsed, but that doesn't mean they're not supporting me. In addition to that, look, I've got the support, the endorsement of the United States Representative Glenn Moore. We've got the support, the endorsement of Milwaukee County Executive David Crowley, the endorsement and support of State Senator Latanya Johnson, the endorsement and support of Milwaukee County Supervisor and School Board Member Saquana Taylor, and others as well. So I think we've got a tremendous amount of support from African American elected officials, and like I said, we've got nowhere to go but forward together come the election on Tuesday.
Channel 58 had some questions about you.
Yeah, so I know you've said before, if elected, you'd like to build a relationship with all citizens in Madison. So I'm wondering if you've reached out to any of those leaders and what you hope that relationship looks like.
Yeah, absolutely. So since I've been in the mayor's office, I've been to the Capitol, spoken with Speaker Voss, I've spoken with other Republican members of the legislature. I'm constantly in communication with Republicans as we work together in a bipartisan way to attract the Republican National Convention to Milwaukee. I joined in the final pitch for the RNC, took a day trip to Washington, D.C. to partner with Republicans, even Senator Johnson, to bring the RNC back to Wisconsin, back right here to Milwaukee. So I'm constantly in communication with them. Just earlier today, I had a conversation, a very good conversation with Senator Markland. So I continue to do that outreach, continue to do what I said all along, which is have a kind of the capital, improve those relationships, and move Milwaukee forward that way.
Yeah, and what are some of the top issues you'd like to talk about?
Certainly the ability of Milwaukee to have revenue options so that we can come into accord with virtually every major city in the United States. Milwaukee's the only one that doesn't have the ability to raise revenue at the local level. Our hands are tied to what the state offers us to do right now, which is raising property taxes and then shared revenue, which has been broken for 20 years. So we need in our community the ability to raise additional revenues at the local level. That's been part of my conversation so that we can fund things like police, fund things like fire, and other priorities that we have in the city.
What did you and Senator Markline talk about today?
We talked a little bit about the RNC. We talked a little bit about sort of approaches that I might be able to take to improve the relationship with Republican legislators.
Did you reach out or did you reach out to him?
He was in town, and I got an invitation to come over, and I took him up. I took up the opportunity to do it.
Thank you.
Thanks all. Thanks.